Hey everybody, and Happy New Year! I hope you made it through December in good health, and I hope you got big plans for the new year, right? So for me, this is the first video this year, and it's going to be an exciting one because we're going to announce a brand new challenge, right? Here we go. This video has been made possible by BenQ. If you're a digital artist in need of a professional grade monitor, then check out benq.com. Okay everybody, well, I'm very excited about this one. Like I said, first ZBrush sculpting challenge ever on my channel, and before I dive into the nitty-gritty, you will see in the backdrop a whole bunch of reference photos to get you into the mood, right? So just to get you an impression of what we're looking for. Now, the topic for the challenge is basically the Victorian era. So that means you are supposed to model a Victorian character, or a character that belongs in that period, in the period 1837 to 1901, which is the reign of Queen Victoria, right? So it can be a man, a woman, child, or a fantasy figure. And just to give you an idea of how how wide that topic is. It can be Victorian, it can be Gothic, it can be vampire, like Dracula type deal, fantasy, maybe, like Oliver Twist, Scrooge, Charles Dickens, that kind of stuff, okay? Right, so as far as the entry is concerned, you need to have at least one fully sculpted character in your scene. Now, you may have a backdrop, like a photographic backdrop with other characters in it, that's okay, but you need to have at least one fully sculpted character. Now, are you supposed to send in one still render in a JPEG format, at very least in the resolution 1920 by 1080, and it has to be poly painted or textured. Okay, now like I mentioned, it has to be done in ZBrush, and of course it has to be your sculpt. Now, fan art is allowed. What do I mean by that? Well, if you have a complete original concept to work from, that's great. But if you want to reference some character from, let's say, a movie or a comic or a TV show, that is allowed, all right? Okay, so what about the dates? Well, today, January 1st, obviously the announcement. The closing date for entry is going to be July 1st. So the entry has to be in by July 1st. Now, I'm going to put up the entries for public voting on July 14th, and that will give everyone the opportunity to pick their favorite online, okay? Now, the public voting will go down on August 1st, so you have a couple of weeks to do so. Now, what's very, very important here is that there is an awesome prize to win, and that is not a small thing. What the winner can win here is a Keyshot Pro license. Now, if you don't know Keyshot, check that out. Google it, Keyshot or Luxion.com. Keyshot Pro is worth $1,995 and has been provided by Luxion for this challenge. So Luxion, thank you so much. I'll put the details below, and definitely check that out, okay? So, how is the winner picked? Well, obviously there is public voting, and based on the public voting, there will be 5 entries with the highest number of votes. The professional jury will take these 5, plus they have the option to use one wildcard. So if they see an entry and they believe it should be in the top 5 and it isn't, they can use that wildcard to pick a number 6. And based on these 6 entries, the professional jury will pick their number 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Right, well, so, you need to send your entry to mikehermes@mhtutorials.com. Like I said, no later than July 1st. And just to make 100% sure that everything goes correctly, ask for a confirmation of receipt. I don't want to be responsible for entries ending up in a spam folder and whatnot, right? So make sure you get a confirmation. Now, I hope you guys will join in. You will have lots of time to work on this, and be as creative as you can be. Besides the fact that you have a very, very cool prize that you possibly could win, it's also a lot of exposure. This is going to be a widespread challenge. It's going to be communicated everywhere, and when everything is said and done, it's going to be shared with, I would say, something between 500,000 to 1 million people, right? So yeah, hopefully you're excited. Please let me know in the comments if you're going to participate or not. Would love to know. And that said, may the best person win. Okay, I'd love to see you guys. Entries come in soon. Thank you.